Donald Trump just got a rude awakening from Virginia, where his efforts to try to rig the midterms just got checkmated by the Democrats, who have a trifecta in Virginia. They control the General Assembly, the House of Delegates, the Senate, and the governorship there. And specifically, the president pro tempore of the Senate, the lead Democrat in the Senate, Luis Lucas, is not playing around. Not only has she been supportive of the mid-decade redistricting efforts to counteract Donald Trump's redistricting efforts in the red states where Trump was trying to rig the midterms, but Senator Luis Lucas, she's saying, you know what I want? I don't even want to go small. I want to go big. We want to redistrict Virginia, so now it's a 10-1 map in favor of Democrats, a 10-1. And this way, Donald, when you went to all of those red states, we're going to counteract all of them, and we now want to pick up seats. And you know, the thing is, there have been some Democratic senators at the federal level, like Senator Kaine from Virginia and Senator Warner of Virginia, who have said, oh, 10-1 is just a little bit aggressive. Maybe we should not go 10-1. Maybe go, I don't know, 7-4, maybe you go 8-3. Yeah, 10-1's a little aggressive. And Senator Luis Lucas at the state level, at the Virginia State Senate, she goes, you know what? She goes, I have the utmost respect for Democratic Senator Kaine and Senator Warner, but we do not need coaching on redistricting coming from a cuck chair in the corner. How about you all stay focused on the fascist in the White House and let us handle redistricting in Virginia? 10-1. As one account notes, President pro tempore of the Virginia Senate, Luis Lucas, Democrat, criticizes Tim Kaine and Mark Warner, the senators at the federal level in Congress, for not wanting a 10-1 Democrat congressional map in the state. And let's be clear, I think we need fighters like Luis Lucas, who says, you know what? Appreciate you. Maybe you do your job. I'll do mine. And my job is I'm going to fight fascism by checking and stopping and checkmating what Donald Trump and these MAGA Republicans are trying to do to our country. Let me cook. Let Luis Lucas cook. Go away, is what she's saying. I like it. I like it. So then you had Jen Kiggins write the following. She goes, it's official. The Virginia Senate has passed the Democrats' gerrymandering constitutional amendment. Now the General Assembly is moving to impose new congressional maps and force a special election in April. Maps that would change Virginia's congressional delegation to 10 Democrats and just 1 Republican. This is power for power's sake, plain and simple. Elections should be decided in a fair fight at the ballot box, not through shady political gerrymandering. Virginians deserve better. And then what did Luis Lucas do? Took a photo of that lady who just said this, put a McDonald's cap on her, and said, would you like fries with that? Would you like fries with that, Jen Kiggins? You know, all these Republicans and other people, you know, they're such sociopaths. They're such whiners. It's okay when they do it. It's okay when they rig the maps. It's okay when they, you know, engage in all this stuff. But God forbid you fight back and you fight fire with fire. They're the first people to whine and they cry. I mean, look what they're doing in California, right? After California Governor Gavin Newsom asserted his moral authority, formal authority, pushed through Prop 50, picked up the 5 additional seats for the Democrats going into the midterms that will now lean Democratic. The MAGA Republicans filed a lawsuit. And they said, this is so unfair. This is unlawful gerrymandering. This is exactly what you all are doing, except it's at least the same way it's happening in Virginia, the same way it's happening in California, was put to the people through a referendum. In the red states, your legislatures just did it. You never put it to a vote for the people. Y'all pushed it through in the shadiest way. In California, it was transparent. The people of California overwhelmingly voted for it. In Virginia, it's still going to have to go to a vote for the people in April, and the people are going to have to vote for it. So whether it's 10-1, 8-3, 7-4, I think it's going to be 10-1. The people of Virginia are going to vote for it. But by the way, Luis Lucas wasn't only cooking with the 10-1 mid-decade redistricting map. As Taniel writes, the Virginia legislature passed 4 constitutional amendments, all by day 3 of the 2026 session. Protecting abortion rights, repealing the same-sex marriage ban, allowing mid-decade redistricting, and greatly expanding voting rights restoration. This will all go in 2026 referendums. Now, how is Virginia doing this? Why is it able to do this now and not last year? Well, the people want it right now. It's aligned with the interest of the people of the Commonwealth, right? But last year, the governor was Youngkin. Now the Democrats have a trifecta in Virginia. They have the House of Delegates, they have the Senate, and they have Abigail Spanberger as the governor. There's so many things I love about Luis Lucas. Like her meme game is A+. Look at this post that she made of Youngkin saying, Luis must go. She's got her boxing gloves on and she goes, who must go? Then it's a U-Haul packing the bags of Youngkin. And then she's got those laser eyes saying, I won. Bye-bye. See you later, Youngkin. Then she posts this video. Have a good day today. Here, play this clip right here. But I don't only want to just give a shout out to the leader of the Democrats in the Virginia State Senate, Commonwealth Senate. Let's also talk about their House of Delegates Speaker of the House, who was easily picked again to be Speaker of the House, Don Scott. Love this guy. I've had Don Scott on multiple times. I love speaking to the Virginia House Speaker, Don Scott. And he's been talking about that 10-1 map for some time now. Here's what he said recently. Let's play this clip where, Virginia House Speaker Don Scott suggested that 10-1 map. Listen to what he says here.
Tell us a little bit about how you think that's going to go here, and if you can give us any hints about how it will play out.
Well, first of all, we got to realize, we didn't want to have to do this. This was done because Donald Trump told Texas, Indiana, North Carolina, our neighbors, to rig the election and make sure his policies are so unpopular, he couldn't win the midterm. So he's rigging it, redrawing those states' maps, and basically disenfranchising Virginians, and disenfranchising other parts of the country who now their voices won't be heard. Their voices will be minimized because he's rigging the election. And so, I don't know how y'all did, but I grew up in 3rd Ward in Houston, and if a bully came and punched you in the mouth, you didn't sit there and cry. You better punch back unless you're going to keep getting punched. And that's where we are right now. We have a bully, and he has a bully pulpit, and he's bullying these folks in these states to change the rules. And so we have an opportunity, we have an obligation, I think, to stand up and do something different. And in Virginia, because we have this trifecta, we have an opportunity to do some redistricting, to look at redrawing the maps. Our congressional delegation right now is 6 Democrats, 5 Republicans. 10-1 is not out of the realm. And I think, you laugh. I'm not joking.
I think it's a...
No, 10-1 is not out of the realm to be able to draw the maps in a succinct, community-based way. But we're going to take a look at it. We have to. We're the Congress right now is like a 3-vote difference. And so if he keeps rigging these things by 1 and 2s and 3s, we have to push back.
And by the way, as Chaz Nuttycombe writes, if you're wondering how you can do the 10-1 map and conform with Section 2 of the Voter Rights Act, take a look. People have figured this out already. Now, let me share with you when I spoke with the Speaker Scott, Democratic Speaker of the House of Delegates in Virginia. Let me share with you what he said to me. Play this clip.
So we need to be very clear and concise and make sure it's community-based with some input to be able to get those maps drawn. And I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to get to a 10-1 map in light of the shellacking that we just put on the Republicans in Virginia this last cycle. Abigail Spanberger won by 15 points. We went from a 51-49 majority in the House of Delegates to a 64-36 majority in the House of Delegates. So I think we have a responsibility to speak up for our voters and protect Virginians from being disenfranchised.
And now I want to share with you, after the Youngkin era is officially over, Let's talk about what Luis had to say as well here. Luis Lucas, here's the video she just put out, where she says Virginians are ready for a Democratic trifecta that protects freedoms and delivers real results for our working families. As our president pro tempore, Senator Luis Lucas said, you can take that to the bank. Here, play this clip.
And the people watching at home, this part is for you. If you have felt ignored, dismissed, or used as a political prop, if you watch leaders play games while your bills went up, just know this. Virginia is not powerless, and we're not stuck. These damages ran rampant in Virginia, and tonight it stops. Virginia Senate Democrats will keep fighting for working families, defending your freedoms, strengthening our Commonwealth until success is within reach for every Virginian family. And you can take that to the bank.
But of course, Trump and his DOJ are a bunch of babies. They all of a sudden now just decided to sue Virginia after the state refused to hand over its voter rolls. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon wants Virginia forced to provide full electronic voter files, names, date of birth, addresses, and ID identifiers. This isn't election integrity. This is federal power trying to pry open voter data. And already in California, where the feds tried to steal the voting data, Social Security information, and the like, California won its lawsuit, blocking that from taking place. A federal judge in California blocked the feds from taking that over. I think Virginia is going to win the lawsuit as well, making the same arguments as California. But in Texas and other right-wing states and MAGA states, take our Social Securities. Hey, government, tread on me. Government, tread on me. Tread, tread, tread. That's what the red state motto is. Federal government, come tread. Come tread. There you have it. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thank you all so much for watching.